Hey everybody, welcome back to the Midnightgrabbag Podcast. My name is Taylor and I'm here with my host always.
It's Chris.
It's Chris.
Chat.
I was like, there's been a lot going on in the interwebs recently and
Absolutely. As always, of course.
it's crazy. Like the whole TikTok ban going on right now.
Oh no, it's kind of, it feels like we've been here before. It's like the weirdest deja vu feeling. Like, what? TikTok's getting banned?
It's
What?
always. It just like, so if the viewers don't know that the bill has passed officially the House. They needed an 80% vote, and they had an 81% voting to pass the bill, which is like crazy because it's when has ever the House, Congress, even unite. Unanimousness of like we must get rid of this Chinese app, even though I'm just like,
I don't understand it, therefore I don't like it.
yeah, basically, how dare you put a dog face on my face? I was I don't like it. You took my face scan and built it. I don't know. It was like watching watching the first TikTok ban happen, and it's just like, wow, this is our leadership. They literally need some terms. Like, look at all these old boomers.
Like, are they even boomers anymore? Like, it feels like it's a silent generation in there. Like, these people are reaching the hundreds. Get out. Go retire.
Right. They just, like, I don't understand, like, what the hell they're still doing here. Like, terms need to come in. I'm glad Mitch McConnell is saying, I'm stepping down. I'm glad you are doing that service for us all.
God bless America.
Fucking 40 years.
It's just longest. Like, there was one video that I saw, and it was a while ago, but it was like, I think when the first round of like, we're banning TikTok came up, it was a senator, like someone who was in charge, being like, well, how do you know? What did I eat for dinner? What did I pack in my lunchbox?
Or like, or
what?
Or say, so you're like, when did you have your Chinese password? The guy's like, I'm from Singapore. I'm Singaporean. I have a Singapore passport, but they said, but the Chinese. Like, I don't know why America's all hype up right now on China being upset and stuff. Like, if you're really that mad, then let's get rid of our phones, let's get rid of our clothes, let's get rid of our American fucking flags. I swear, if you look at your flag right now, guess what he's gonna say? Made in China.
Made in China.
Oh my gosh. Like, the government's been spying on us since we've been born. They know what to do. Yeah. This app of dancing and stuff ain't causing no harm. They're just trying to distract us from what's going on. Everything's always a distraction. The Oscars, a distraction. This is a distraction. It will always be a distraction to the freaking genocide that's happening across the country that's going on right now. Because now attention on all that.
Well, they don't want us to think about that. They want us to be like, oh, God, TikTok bad. TikTok's bad.
TikTok's bad. The government's not this. They're dumb, but they're not this dumb.
Right.
Everything they do is strategic. It's gonna stay strategic. It's a strategic company. That's what's going on here. Like,
it's wild.
It's crazy. But the thing is, now the bills, like, we're not gonna be banned tomorrow. Anything that anybody has ever said. Officially, at this moment in time, we are just gonna be. Oh, my camera's slanted. At this moment in time, it's going to the Senate. But the Senate said they're taking their sweet ass time, which means the bill probably won't pass for like 5 years or whatever.
Right. Like, or by then we're moving to a different platform. Like,
by then everybody already forgot that this even happened. Like,
crazy.
Anything's gonna happen. The Senate thinks it's dumb. Everyone thinks it's dumb. This is not a real bill. It's not a real bill. There's no way that even if we like overriding stuff and it goes to the freaking Supreme Court is gonna have to say no because it is unconstitutional. Like, because it takes away your amendment right. That's why in Montana, when they was trying to, I think it was Montana was trying to ban TikTok on their own.
Yeah.
And the judge was like, you can't, because it violates your First Amendment immediately.
like people are allowed to have somewhere where they can bitch and moan and be like, wow, this and that. Like, dude, I watch those Us as Cat videos and I look up recipes. That's what I use TikTok for. Like,
don't let them know
stop.
that you like food.
Right. They could be like, well, why are you looking up Chinese recipes?
I'm looking it up right now. How dare you do that?
Make American stir fry. Come on.
Yeah. You want McDonald's. But the thing is, they're mad. They're just mad because we've been boycotting their precious little restaurants, and they're stressing. We're starving the rich. That's really what's going on. We're starving the rich, and they're stressing. They're really stressed out right now.
They pressed.
Very pressed for business and stuff. But in the end, everyone, follow our socials.
Anyway, when TikTok gets banned, follow me on Twitter. I mean X or whatever the heck it's called.
Follow me on Pinterest at SpunkyTubi.
Yes. Pinterest is where it's at right now. That is where I am 24/7.
I know.
You wanna see some stuff popping off? Go to my Pinterest.
You know, it's kind of crazy that a lot of influencers are turning over to posts on Pinterest, because some people, like, you know, kids and stuff, if their parents doesn't allow them to have certain social media apps and stuff,
right,
a lot of people have to be sneaky about it. So a lot of people be posting on Pinterest for the kids that can't have TikTok and stuff like that for them. I was like, interesting. I never thought about it that way. So I may have to actually start posting on Pinterest.
That's funny. I've never posted on Pinterest. I mean, I've had my Pinterest since, I don't know, Pinterest was born. Like, I have learned cosplay on Pinterest. I've learned to cook on Pinterest. I've learned to do hair and makeup on Pinterest. Like, I did my little flowers today.
That's so cute.
From Pinterest.
Pinterest is like gonna be here forever. Pinterest means no
all
harm.
hail Pinterest.
Pinterest is the least problematic app at this moment in time.
Absolutely.
It's like, we're just here to be silly goofy. They're just there.
Right. You want to have an emo bachelorette party? Absolutely. You want to put silly little flowers on your face? Yes. You want to make a sword bouquet? I got you.
Pinterest understands us. It's like,
they do. My best friend, Pinterest.
Yeah.
This episode is a love letter to Pinterest.
It is. I was like, but yeah, I never thought about that, because I was watching this one TikToker talking about like how that's what they use. They repost on there for anyone that needed to see that is because their parents deprive them on certain apps. I was like, yo, damn.
Huh.
It was just really,
yeah, absolutely.
I never was like, that's so crazy. Just really never thought about that. But
I need to start posting on Pinterest.
Yeah, that's saying it's time to repost. I'm like, I'm over here. I have a little scheduling tool thing now, and that Pinterest is on it. So I was like, I might just adapt on over and just start just reposting some stuff and see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of crazy. But yeah, but in the end, TikTok's not gonna be banned anytime soon. Still create your content, your stuff like that. I know the CEO of TikTok put like basically a cry for help type of moment right now. It's like, hey, call your representatives. Still call your representatives. Tell them how you feel, because that's what they're there for. Like, they're supposed to be for the people, and you are the people, and so that are voting to keep them in these seats and stuff every year. So make sure your voices are heard. Call your representatives. Make sure the calls for the ceasefire in Palestine and everything. Checked all that out. So that's my 2 cents on the TikTok ban.
The nonsense.
The gall, the audacity. But speaking of, like, you know, TikTok and stuff, you know, TUBI got a new movie out.
I'm pumped. I'm stoked.
It's just, TUBI works fast.
God works fast, but TUBI works faster.
Like TUBI, if anybody doesn't know, there was a series called Who the Fuck Did I Marry series. But like, TUBI made a whole movie about it, but the lady who did the whole series is not part of it. She didn't know this was being turned into a movie. She didn't know this was happening and everything.
Yuck. Like,
there's a whole trailer out for it, which is crazy. But yeah, like, reading from here, I'm like on the BET website, they did a whole article about it, that they just said that they made the whole movie. And and Reese said that they contacted her asking for a statement about it, and they said that Teresa has not made a response to the movie trailer, but it has been confirmed that she is not part of this movie at all.
Like, how are you literally gonna snatch up her story and not include her like that? She deserves to, one, be a part of it in any aspect because it's her life that she's talking about. And two, like, how are you gonna stinge somebody like that?
Also,
she deserves that money.
Yeah, she deserves that money because, not to be that person, like, TikTok screwed her over also. Because, you know, TikTok has a, like, monetization program and everything. So she applied to it so she can make money off this series. But then TikTok found the tiniest itty-bitty violation of the guideline rules. So they do not have to pay her anymore. So
I hate that. I hate that so much.
Because her revenue of her movie, to somebody calculated up, she should have got $1.5 million altogether for her 50-part series.
That's insane. I would be furious. Like,
I would have been pissed
oh my god.
Like,
I don't understand.
I was like, well, I did post the trailer in chat if you want to check that out. If you want to watch it, we could do a live reaction of it's called The Wife That I Didn't Know Who She Married official trailer.
Interesting. I guess I'll look it up in here. All right. Should I play it?
Yeah, go ahead and play it. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, thank you. And you look just like your pictures. I am so relieved. Oh.
Wow, you're stunning.
We can go ahead and delete these dating apps.
It's a pregnancy test.
I don't know what it is, but I don't know, just there's always something wrong. Why is it always something going wrong?
I'm down here at the office with my wife. I'm trying to get in the building. I don't have my key with me.
I don't think he lied to me about anything else. This man, daily, I'm talking every morning, has been on the phone talking to you.
Tess, bro, say hey.
I don't know if you're gonna stay or leave, but I can honestly tell you, he's not gonna change.
My birthday,
I don't care about your birthday.
Okay.
Wait a minute, what?
But I don't trust your judgment in men sometimes.
Hey, tell my wife we can talk to her.
I've been finding out so much about this man that is not true. Like, who the fuck did I marry?
Not saying the line, who the fuck did I
Yeah, it's like title placement.
Excuse my hair, y'all, but welcome to part 1 of...
They did the whole Friends with the Fight and the camera thing.
The heck? And like, how did they get that out so fast?
TUBI worked so fast. TUBI,
Like, and it doesn't look like as horrible quality as you would think that a movie that they literally just made in like an hour would look,
right.
But I would be so stoked for it if I didn't know that they were absolutely boning her and not giving her any, like,
yeah, like
that just makes me mad.
Yeah, they should give her some part of the money or something. Or at
I was
least
like, it's her story. She should have been helping write it.
like she could have gave out like secret details that you wouldn't even know. She would have been knowing. She probably would have played herself.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I
would.
Yeah. Like, girl, that's happened. What? Like, you just divorced him. You're fine. You haven't aged today.
Yeah, I was like, they really nailed it. I'm just like, damn.
That's awful.
It is. It's just like, what the hell? It's just really, what the hell? But yeah, I hope that she gets justice. A lot of people said they're still gonna watch the movie because they said it looked really good.
I do agree that it looks pretty good, but
TUBI movies hit so differently. Like,
yeah,
I like, some people just be like, you just need to turn on TUBI and watch some free movies of like low quality budget, and you'll just get some gems up in there. And I'm like, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
I mean, I love indie movies, and I feel like this is like a step under like an indie movie. That's like some stuff that we would probably know the people that are in.
yeah, I was like, I feel like they probably made that in our city. It looked like,
literally, it looks like Louisville. They're there.
Yeah, it just looked like Louisville hardcore right there. I'm so in shock. I was like, man, I feel like somebody probably put a casting call out here, and I probably could have been officer number 2.
Right. It reminds me of that basement movie that we did.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. But
it was fun times and stuff like that. So I'm like, I can't wait to be part of a TUBI movie one day. Somebody's gonna be filming something here in the city.
I have acting credentials to TUBI, if you're wondering.
It's like, I have TUBI movie acting skills. I'm a TikToker.
Okay. I got it. Look at me.
I can make iconic.
I'm happy.
Like,
No, I'm sad.
I'm
happy. So sad.
I can yes and.
Yeah. And
zoom zap.
Zigging and zagging. We got this.
Like,
we're gonna be in the next movie.
We trigger every single actor in this one.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. So like, you want to look at another trailer? But like,
yeah.
And it was like, I recently watched The Old Crow and stuff. I wasn't like the big Crow fan. Like, I didn't know really this movie existed, to be honest. But my friend recently made me watch it, and so I was like, oh, I'm really into it and stuff. I think a lot of people just like, I just heard a lot of people just stuck on the person's look more than what the movie is. I don't know. That's not like a complaint you say over and over. It's just like the look. I'm like, okay. Anything else?
I mean, I feel like it feels kind of icky, in my opinion, to remake this movie. Mm-hmm. And I know people will disagree with that, but like, I don't know. The actor died while this was happening.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, as kind of a way to continue to honor him, maybe we shouldn't remake this movie. But, and I love the Crow, and I know that it's been done a couple of times, and it was based off a comic book and all this stuff. But like, the one from the 90s, it was one of my comfort movies when I was younger that I watch over and over and over and over. And so I was kind of like, I don't love that it's getting remade, but I wouldn't hate it. And I love Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah.
He's awesome. The whole vibe is just giving too much Leto Joker, and it makes me throw up in my mouth. I saw the little preview pictures, and I was like, actively why? Why does he have to look like that? Like... And I think he has a mullet, which is just another like nail in the coffin for me. Like,
well, let's go through this torment. 3-minute trailer.
Oh my god! All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
What's the first thing you liked about me?
I thought that you were quite brilliantly broken.
You feel like my person.
You feel like my person.
What's the worst thing you've ever done?
I saw things. I shouldn't have seen any of it.
Julie! Julie! Please don't do this!
When someone dies,
a crow carries their soul to the land of the dead. And sometimes something so bad happens that the soul cannot rest. Until you put the wrong things right. You were given the power of a god. But you're running out of time to save her. I'm gonna kill them. Every single one of them. I killed you.
Yeah, you did.
We have a problem. He came for us.
first impulse? Anger. It's not anger. It's love. Look at what you've become. You know that love promises only pain. You have no idea what hell awaits you. No, I do.
How many people have you loved?
I'll never be alone.
Wow. How you feel?
I mean, I feel like it looks good. And it's just gonna, I guess, have to be one of those movies that you separate
from the old one.
Yeah, which I'm glad, because when I read an article about it, they were saying that they were going to focus a lot more on like their relationship than they did in the other movie. And I was like, oh, is it going to be a cash grab? So they're going to build this plot and then cut it off and then do a second one. But it doesn't look like that's what they're going to do. Yeah. So that's a plus.
That's good.
And I think Bill Skarsgård was probably one of the best people that they could have gotten for that role. I think he's going to do great. I don't think it's going to be bad. It didn't look like he had a mullet. I guess the pictures that I saw were not right. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I'm going to see it.
As a person very outside of the fandom and stuff, just recently got into watching it, I will watch this. Like, I don't have really that much knowledge of the movie and stuff like that. It looked interesting concept. I like looking at the trailer, like it got me hyped up. I'm like, all right, cool, interesting concept, never knew and stuff. So
right.
Also, I know it's a book too. I think a lot of people said they really liked the book, and they said that so far what they watched from the pictures and stuff like that, it's going by book more.
Right, which I would think that from the one from the 90s, they kind of took the concept and did their own thing. I've never read the book or the comics. I don't know if it's a book or a comic book. I think it's a comic book, but I've never read them. So I don't have that material to go off of, just strictly the movie. Like, I think I got it for Christmas from one of my brothers one year when I was like 12 or 13, angsty little teenager. I was like, I love this. Emo. I like that they're not straying away from violence, because sometimes I feel like nowadays a movie's either going to be hella violent or like not violent at all.
I think they did a nice medium.
So, yeah, I like it. I liked the trailer. So we'll see. I'm still not stoked about all the goofy ass tattoos, but like, you know, it is what it is.
They're just trying to attract the Gen Z more. And they're like, oh, it's a man with tattoos.
Like, he's got a face tattoo. I can fix him.
I can fix him.
Oh my god.
One time. Just let me lock me in a room with him. Just the one time. But yeah.
Tattoos are for felons.
They're all the bad guys. They only get tattoos. Nobody else is allowed to have one.
No one.
No. You cover your
these aren't even real. I draw it on every day.
He's like, I just get a pill on tattoo and just slap it on there.
Exactly. Not real.
I get ink spots all the time.
I would never defile my temple with tattoos.
I'm not a fiend. Wow.
I'm not a felon.
I'm not a felon.
Or am I?
Yeah, me and Chris got arrested a lot of times. We met in
That's
prison.
where I got these tattoos. She was my prison wife.
Yeah. Yeah, we was like...
I can't believe no one knew that.
I can't really... Fun fact, we're prison wives.
It's going to be on the quiz.
It's going to be on the TUBI movie. Prison wives.
They're going to make a TUBI movie of us. Starring us.
Prison wives.
Adventures in prison. Prison wives.
You know, the shirt Army wives. Get ready for prison wives.
What did you commit? Tax evasion.
Not the tax evasion. Yeah, we would have like the lowest crimes. Not murder anyone or anything. Tax evasion. What did you do? I stabbed the man 3 times. Oh.
Little bitch.
Bitch. Oh, okay.
I'll make your taxes look fraudulent. Come at me.
I missed the free healthcare in prison.
You know what? After like a week that I've had,
maybe
3 hots and a cot be looking. 3 square meals a day. A bed.
Like, we got this. Oh, I'm back. I'll be back. I'm here. We made it to the halfway mark. You want to do some Am I the Asshole stories?
Sure. Pull 7. Ooh.
You got one?
Maybe. I didn't read the actual thing. I just read the caption. I was like, oh, shit. Maybe, maybe not.
Hey, I'm down.
I'll try to read it better this time than last time. I get nervous reading in front of the class.
And I get you. I understand.
So it was posted 5 hours ago.
Ooh.
It's, am I the asshole for not wanting my wife on the deed of our new house?
Oh. I'll let you cook. Got some questions, but go on.
We'll see. It could definitely be super misogynistic or not. We'll see.
Yeah.
My wife and I have been married for 3 years and have generally kept our finances separate. We were both working when we got married, although I make significantly more. She stopped working when we had a kid, at which time I set up a joint account funded entirely by me for her to use for her expenses. We both owned homes prior to marriage and kept both. We've been living in my house, and she didn't want to rent her home out and uses it more or less as like a vacation property. We recently found a new home to buy together, but it would require at least one of our homes we own to be sold in order to afford. She does not want to sell her place, nor does she want to contribute any of her very suitable or substantial liquid investments into our new home. She claims that her contribution is staying home and taking care of the baby. For what it's worth, I have never discouraged her to go back to work, and I've told her that we can arrange childcare, which, like, bruh, I want to be a stay-at-home mom too. I don't want to work. Like, I don't blame her. I told her that I did not expect her to pay half of the down payment since we have a disparity in income. Disparity in income, is that like because it's separated? Nor do I expect her to contribute to a monthly payment since she is not working. But if she wants to be on the deed, she needs to contribute some reasonable amount of her savings. If she wants me to sell my premarital home and pay 100% of the down payment and all of the upkeep of the home while she sits on her cash mountain of investments and contributes 0, then the house needs to be in my name only. She's accusing me of not valuing her work as a mom. Incidentally, I work full-time and contribute more than my fair share of childcare on evenings and weekends. She said if I wanted things to be fair, I could carry and deliver our next baby. To be clear, I am a man. Am I the asshole here? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Like, I think it's totally valid to... Like, I felt like it was a little bit snarky pointing out that she's like sitting on a bunch of investments and she has a bunch of money, but I do agree that if she wants it to be like, if she wants to be on the deed, then she should be contributing something, like financially.
Yeah, like I understand, like mom is a job and everything, but if you're not
absolutely
paying for the house and stuff like that, then I don't see the point of being on the deed personally. Like, if you're not paying for it, unless you're willing to take the responsibility if something happens to him and stuff like that, are you going to start paying for the house and stuff? Or should it go somewhere else? Should it go to the bank and stuff? But I was like, at least contribute a little something in there. Even not a lot, but, like, something to pay for the house.
Well, and like she has her own house still, technically.
Yeah.
So it's not like, because I get being nervous about like, oh, well, if I'm not on the deed, then you can just kick me out at any time and I have nowhere to go. But if she's going to keep her other house.
So why would you need to be on the deed? You have your own house. So, like,
Right.
Is there anything in the comments? What they deem?
They said not the asshole. It sounds like she's trying to set things up so that she can claim half of the house in a divorce. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So far, that's like the main comment. Everybody's just commenting on that, and I think arguing back and forth on like,
yeah, that makes sense.
She's a stay-at-home mom, and it's like, I think that there's a lot of value in that. Like I said, I would love to be the stay-at-home mom. I don't have kids, but yeah. I have cats.
Yeah, if she was a stay-at-home mom and she was only living there and didn't have like a backup place to stay at, like why even have a backup place to stay at if this is like your home?
Right. Well, and so I feel like in the instance of, we bought this house and we were both working. Yeah. So both of our names are on the deed. Mm-hmm. Then we have a child and I take a step back to be a stay-at-home mom. That's a little bit different in my opinion. But if you're actively going through the process to buy the house, like, and again, you have your own house. So I get that like insecurity of like, I would not want a man to be 100% in charge of everything that I had.
Yeah.
Like, that's very 60s chic, and I don't want something like that personally. Mm-hmm. But in that case, like she has a house. She has that backup to fall on if for some reason he says deuces. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Look at a bit like a little crazy there. But...
yeah, I think a lot of people are saying it smells kind of fishy, like she's trying to get half of everything in a potential divorce.
Yeah.
So, like, maybe reevaluate your marriage, my guy. Are you okay?
Yeah, please, like, if she gets rid of that other house, then, like, maybe that'd be better to do that, like, to move over.
Right.
Like, to, like, start paying over there. Because that means she's paying for this other house.
Yeah, so, like... I don't know. That's a weird situation. And also, what kind of world do you just have multiple houses?
Like, rich people. Like, this is really rich people problems right here.
Right. My wife is trying to take half of my house.
I can't get rid of my second house. Like, you could easily turn into an Airbnb. If I understand that you was turning into an Airbnb, then like,
well, yeah,
you got someone.
Even mentioned, like, she didn't want to rent. And it's like, I get it if you don't want to, like, rent... Mm-hmm. Permanent, like to have a person stay there, but if it's like somewhere that you deem able to use as a vacation house, Airbnb it. Like, right. I don't know the process. I've never Airbnb'd a house, so it could be a lot more work than it's worth, but it doesn't seem like it.
I got one. I got my other household stories.
And
it's just to fit the wedding theme.
Oh yeah, I got one thing on my brain right now.
And it is, am I the asshole for firing and kicking out my maid of honor over a cat?
I'll let it cook.
I'll let it cook.
As the bride, I'm reading a lot of these stories and I'm like, people be freaking crazy.
Okay, so context is needed before I get into what happened. I, 37 female, was adopted by my parents, 67 female, 68 male, at the age of 5. After years of struggling to conceive and many miscarriages, my brother Adam came along when I was 8. Adam was my parents' miracle baby that they had given up on ever having. Mom's pregnancy was super difficult and high risk, but she pushed through for the chance of finally having a biological child. Sadly, 3 years ago, we lost my brother in an accident at 26 years old. It was sudden, unexpected, and absolutely destroyed me and my family. During our time of grief, his fiancée, Diana, 30 female, was a lifeline for us. She was grieving as well, but she helped us through those first terrible, unbearable several months, and I've struggled to find ways to repay her kindness and care ever since. We became friends when she started dating my brother over 10 years ago, and when I became engaged, it seemed only natural and obvious that I would choose her as my maid of honor. When I asked her to be my maid of honor a year ago, she said yes. 4 months later, in the midst of planning, she came to me and said she needed a place to stay for a while. I said, come on, make yourself at home. In the weeks before moving in, she asked about my cat, Polly, 9-month-old cat. Wanted to know if somebody could keep him, as she has a mild cat allergy. I said I couldn't, and she said she takes Benadryl and deal with it. I thought that was it, but 2 weeks before Diana moved in and Polly disappeared, Diana helped me put up posters and check shelters, but we had no luck. Well, come to find out, Diana is the reason why Polly went missing. She had used her key to my home to take him, but let me believe that he slipped out and had a friend keep him for 4 months. That she ended up living in my home, and I found this all out almost 2 weeks ago. And I pitched an absolute fit, threw her stuff out of the house before she could properly fully move out. Kicked her out of my wedding and told her in no uncertain terms to stay away from me for a while. I blocked her after the 3rd apology text because I was sick of seeing her name on my phone. Then blocked her across all social medias. She even showed up to my work the other day. I stayed in the back until she finally left. My parents, who adore her as an extension of my brother, want me to make up with her and let her stay in the wedding. But I don't see us coming close to being civil before my wedding date. Adam helped me pick out Polly, and he's one of the few things I have left that connects me to my brother. I don't know what I'm going to do about the open maid of honor spot or anything yet, but I'm wondering if maybe I did go overboard. I don't think I did, but I could use some outside perspective. Am I the asshole?
No.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Like, I love my cats so much, and I couldn't imagine. And my cats aren't even like, I don't have a dead brother who like helped me pick them out, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so that's just another layer, I feel like. But you asked, and the answer was no.
Mm-hmm. And that was it.
To violate someone's privacy and steal their cat, and then like lead the charade of like, oh gosh, they must have gotten out, let me help you find it. Well, absolutely the fuck not. Like,
yeah, I
would have beat a bitch's ass.
Yeah, like literally, you kidnapped the whole cat.
Like, you literally,
like,
you catnapped him.
Yeah,
you dead ass catnapped that cat.
Like, yeah, I'm glad that the cat was taken care of at a friend's house and all that stuff.
Yes.
But like, the answer was no. You said you was gonna take Benadryl, and then that be it.
Like, you would deal with it, and it's like, you know, maybe that would be incentive to get on your feet a little faster. Like, but no, to just, let me get rid of the cat.
Just for like, because it's not like a day or two. This was months.
Well, and even if you came and said, I know that you said that you don't have anybody that can take care of them, but I have a friend that would be willing to take care of them. Again, personally, me, the answer would still be no. You can either stay here with the cats or you can not.
Yeah.
But I don't know what no. I think that she got off easy just getting blocked and kicked out of the wedding.
That was it. Like, that was very reasonable. Like, I don't care long life of friendship. That means a long life of friendship didn't mean anything to you, buddy.
Right.
No,
like,
to do that to your best friend, to get rid of a whole cat and make it a charade.
Yeah, I think that's, you know, getting rid of the cat's pretty effed up, but then going along and like playing like, oh, let me help you put up posters, let's go look at shelters, like when you knew. No.
Yeah,
Nope.
Yeah, nope.
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole at all. Like, come on. Like, come on. I know I'm not the biggest animal person and so that, but I would never do that. I would never do that to you at all. Like, that would never even come across my mind.
What kind of sociopath thinks like that? Let me just get rid of their cat, like, for my own comfort.
Like,
No.
So somebody that's the definition of narcissism right there.
Yes.
You're thinking of yourself and you're that. What the hell? Like, again, I never would think about like, yeah, I'm just gonna yeet your dog outside or your cat and stuff just somewhere else. I would never. What?
No, that's crazy.
That's really crazy talk. Again, I'm not an animal person, and I would never have thought about that in my life. That's literally like if you had a kid and I said I don't like your kid, I'm gonna give your kid to some stranger real fast so I can stay here.
Right. Well, I'll go to the police officer and help you file a report.
And then your friend get arrested because you kidnapped the whole kid.
Right. Nah, that's my cat and you stole it. And then you've been living under my roof.
Yeah.
For 4 months.
And then act like nothing happened. Like you can sleep well at night. Like, and then again, the extra layer that this is connected, the last piece of connection to her dead brother. That is like, your fiance.
I get the connection of like the parents being like, no, but like if that was your like that cat had more, it was a deeper relationship, a deeper symbolism than like just a cat, which is still, if it was just a cat, would still be fucked up. No.
I have another story, and then we can make it a short podcast if you like. And so, am I the asshole? To continue on with the wedding theme, am I the asshole for not attending my friend's destination wedding due to costs?
Probably not.
Like I was like, you shouldn't be obligated to hit the pay. If you don't have the money, you have the money to do so.
And I think as a bride or groom, you should accept that if you decide to do a destination wedding, like your guest count is going to be so much smaller. You cannot expect people, even close family and stuff, if you're not going to help them with the cost. Like even having a wedding here where everybody is, I still don't expect people to come. Like,
yeah. It was like
the weddings be making people crazy.
Yeah, like destination wedding, you need at least like 2 years ahead of a plan up to at least have people try to save and try to plan. But we'll let them cook wherever this thing. Let's see. A friend of mine is getting married and has planned a destination wedding in the Caribbean. Emma and her fiance have always loved to travel and wanted their wedding to be an unforgettable experience for everyone. As much as I want to support Emma on her special way, I really cannot attend her wedding due to the cost. Between the flight, the accommodations, and other expenses, attending her wedding will put me in a hell. I've been saving money for a down payment on a house, and the expense of attending the wedding will set me back on reaching my goal. I told my concerns to Emma, letting her know that I might not be able to attend due to financial issues, and Emma seemed understanding at first, but now she's upset and claiming that I'm not being a supportive friend. She argues that if I truly care about her, I would find a way to make it work. Some of our mutuals have also saying that they should prioritize Emma's wedding over my personal financial goals. I understand that a wedding is a once-in-a-lifetime event, and I love to be there for Emma, but I also feel that I need to be responsible with my finances. Am I the asshole for not attending my friend's wedding?
Absolutely not.
Care about yourself.
Well, and just if you really cared about, nope, that's some bullshit right there, and that is a manipulative, shitty thing to say. Like, your friends can absolutely love and care about you, and they need to be able to set that boundary and say, I can't afford that. Why should you expect your friends to put themselves in a hole just to celebrate your wedding? Like, the unfortunate reality is that absolutely nobody is gonna be as excited about your wedding as you. Yeah, nobody.
And also, like a good friend would be like, hey, let me help you out.
Yeah, if it really meant that much to you, them to be there, yeah,
make it happen.
Help them out. But if they're saying, hey, I have to buy a house, like, that's a permanent thing. Like, y'all can always go a year later and celebrate their wedding. Like,
sing your love support, or they could just have a wedding in person. Then they could have their destination wedding, a small little ceremony.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to even have like a tiny little reception or something, if it really meant that much that those people were involved,
or even
like,
live stream the wedding.
mm-hmm.
There's like, it's technology these days. You can do anything.
Yeah.
So there's other stuff. Yeah. So it looks like the comments also said like, not the asshole. Thank God. They said someone said not the asshole, and then they like commented at the one statement, a wedding is a one in a lifetime event. Yes, her wedding is her once in a lifetime event, and I bet you'll be a guest at many other weddings in your lifetime. You need to prioritize your life and your life goals. She is not the center of your life. Congratulations on getting close to buying your house.
Absolutely. Like, I'm in so many wedding groups, obviously, because I'm getting married.
Congratulations.
And thank you. I forget to tell you.
I was like, oh my God.
When did that happen?
When did that happen? Oh my God.
But there's tons of times where like just a bride putting her foot down and setting a boundary, people are like, that's bridezilla, you're a bridezilla, everything's bridezilla, blah 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 blah. And so I feel for them, but there's just as many times where these people are like just getting so pressed about, well, my bridesmaid can't go on her my bachelorette party because it's too expensive. Like, bachelorette parties and stuff have just become a huge thing. Yeah. And it used to just be a night out on the town. And like, I'm guilty of it too. I wanted the cool TikTok little destination trip because it sounded like fun. I talked to everybody in the bridal group and everybody agreed. Like, yeah, sounds fun. Let's take a mini vacation. Like, but the reality is, I have people at our bridal party that are saying, "Hey, yo, I can't afford that," and I'm like, "I'll save you a T-shirt, and we're gonna miss you, but I'm not gonna get pissed." Like,
yeah, they still be coming to the wedding too. Like,
exactly. And even if they couldn't come to the wedding, that sucks. But
you would be like, there, you was invited, and then you would be missed. Like, life happens. Yeah. Shit happens. And that's
literally
how it goes. And all you can do is just be understanding. It's just like an oh darn moment that like you understand in the end. Like, the only time I'd be pissed if it's a really close friend and then they say, "Can you come to the wedding?" Because I'm just gonna sit here and lay in bed.
Right. Or like agree to come, because it is a little different. It didn't specify if she was a part of the wedding party or not.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that if you're going to have a destination wedding, you should be contributing somehow to your wedding party, whether it's helping with plane tickets, helping with something. Which is why I'm not having a destination wedding, because I can't afford to do that. Like, I get that it's a huge expense, but exactly. Like, it's just within driving distance.
Yeah. We was driving over.
But yeah, I mean, if you were like, yeah, I'm gonna be on your wedding, I'm gonna do all this stuff, and then the day of the wedding you're like, psych, I don't want to.
Yeah, actually, JK, I'm not gonna be there anyway.
Then I'll be pissed. But just to be like, hey, I can't afford to go to the Caribbean. I can't afford to attend that. I can't afford, like, even just being in a wedding. Most weddings, like, oh, well, the bride's expecting you to wear this very specific dress that you have to buy that's only going to be used one time. You need to get your hair and makeup done this way that's going to cost money. You need to get these accessories. You need to do this and this and that. Like, it adds up. So, like, I don't understand why people get so mad when people are like, I can't afford to do it. Like,
and then they're like, it sounded like this wedding destination thing was like kind of like sprung up. Like, so like people don't have time to like save money.
That's another thing. Like, plan your destination wedding like 2 or 3 years in advance so people can save.
Like, but screw this whole friend group that said that she shouldn't worry about her finance first too. I'm like, what?
Distance yourself, find better friends.
Yeah, find yourself better friends. Like, what the fuck? What friend group said, this is her wedding, you should just suck it up. Fuck your house. Fuck your shelter.
This is something that's like potentially setting you up for success for the rest of your life. But it's my wedding. It's like, bitch, is it gonna be your only one though?
Yeah, it sounds like you probably have another wedding.
You're so entitled, I can only assume.
Like,
weddings only happen once. For some people
can get married as many times as they want. They can accommodate for others. It's just ridiculous. It just sounds like this girl is like surrounded with a lot of rich people, and she's like not like the richest, like middle class and stuff, and they just don't know how to handle that. There's like, you just can't hop in a yacht and just come on down to the Caribbean.
Ask your daddy for money. That's what I do.
Yeah. That's just like, oh my god, let's just feel like that. But that was Am I My Asshole. We're towards the end of our podcast. Any other thing you want to say? Anything you want to bring up?
Not off the top of my head.
This is a slow month of stuff. My birthday is this month.
Happy birthday! Gonna go party.
Yeah, in California. I can't wait to be
Heck
there.
yeah.
Be partying hard there. Well, thank you guys for listening to our podcast and stuff, and we'll see you next month for more drama and pop culture news. Bye.
Yeah.